Thermometers have come a long way since the old mercury-filled tube that you may have used as a kid.
Now even thermometers have gone high-tech where they're connected to your smartphone. One example of this is the Kinsa smart digital thermometer. So, of course, it records fever, but it also gives you a spot to record symptoms or write down medications for each family member on your phone. It can also aggregate that information and track illnesses that are circulating in your neighborhood or at your kid's school.
Joining us now is Inder Singh, Kinsa CEO and founder. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Anytime. You call this the world's smartest thermometer. So how did you come up with the idea?
So the history of this product actually harkens back to our broader mission. So we are all about tracking the spread of disease so that we can help stop it, and that's where it starts. So the idea behind the thermometer was, what's the first entry point to communicate with the ill? Well, that's the old thermometer. So why not turn it into a communication device with someone who's just fallen ill, helping them and helping us advance this broader mission.
Because a couple of years ago, I remember what a big deal it was when people were using information from Google searches to try to track, hey, it looks like the flu is starting to pop here.
Oh,
that's right.
Yeah.
Now you think if you could use actual thermometer readings to try to track it, that could be very helpful, I would think.
Yeah, you're getting data from people who have just fallen ill while they're still in their homes before they enter the healthcare system, and so it advances that broader mission.
So let's say, okay, let's just go ahead and walk us through it. You think your child may have a fever.
Sure.
First step.
So you take the Kinsa smart thermometer out, you plug it into your phone if it's this type of thermometer. If it's this, you can just reach for it. It's wireless. This is wired.
So it's just,
okay.
So you just kind of take it out of the thing, and it's got a little, it just plugs into the antenna,
right? Oh,
right?
just right in the headphone jack?
So you just plug it right into the headphone jack.
If you have a small child, we've gamified temperature taking, so you can use this extension cord, and they can play the bubble game while they're taking their temperature, which is great because it makes it easier to take a sick, fidgety child's temperature. So we've got raving reviews from parents around the game, so now, they actually want to take their temperature. So after you take your temperature, with a few simple taps, you can enter the symptoms that they're feeling and automatically record all the information for each member of your family. So when you go to the doctor and they ask you, how did your child's fever and symptoms start and progress, there's no questions. You pull out your phone right then and there and get a better diagnosis.
How accurate is this? I know as a parent, like I've used the temporal thermometer, I've used the old school thermometer.
You just put your hand on the forehead.
I've done that. Like, how accurate is it?
It's professionally accurate. It's been cleared by the FDA, and using the power and processing of the phone, we think we can make it even more accurate.
So with this information in your neighborhood, that sounds like a good idea, but is it specifically saying like, oh, my neighbor down the street, like they're sick, I should stay away, like you know what I mean?
Privacy concerns, people might not want to share all of that.
That's right. So we aggregate the information around what's going around in your local area, and you can even opt in to select to seeing what's going around your school. So it's all aggregated, fully anonymized information, but really helpful. If you know that it's strep that's going around, you're certainly going to react very differently than if you know that it's the common cold. If it's a common cold, I'm not necessarily going to the doctor, but if it's strep, I'm getting my butt in the doctor's office really fast and getting that throat culture.
Where do people find this to be able to buy it?
It's available at Target. It's available on bestbuy.com, as well as Amazon and at CVS.
Is it comparable to like what a regular thermometer would cost?
It's in terms of cost, it's slightly higher than in cost. We're selling the stick thermometer for between $19.99 and $24.99, depending on which store sells it. It's their call.
Sure.
And the ear thermometer is $59.99.
So it's certainly in the ballpark of what you would pay for a regular thermometer.
Regular one.
Yeah. Okay. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Definitely this is a growing part of medical technology right now. It's about this data and trying to solve the bigger problem. So cool.
Absolutely.
Very cool. Thanks, Inder. Nice to see you.
I like the color too, the blue. It makes it a little more kid friendly. We also have a blue weather watcher right now.
Wow.